Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to my second video on the two different types of two strands. My first video was the chunky twist out, which we call the dry twist out. This video will consist of the wet twist out with a more defined two-strand twist that you would wear for a few days for the twist out for the two-strand style, and then proceed to take it out for the twist out look. So for this look, you want your hair to be wet. So let's say that you have a pre-existing twist out, or your hair is kind of dry. You can, you have two options. You can go shampoo, condition, and start twisting your hair from that state, or you can gladly take a spray bottle with just some water and just mist the section of hair that you want to work on first. You don't want to use too much water because you're going to go behind it with other product. So after you mist it down with some water, see, it's not drenched, soaking wet, but it does have some moisture on it. Let's get these ends together. Let me show y'all. Okay. Once it's pretty moist, you want to start at the end, well, at the bottom of the subsection. Okay. And with two strands, I do like to use the two hands God gave me, but some people like to use a comb for better manipulation around the hair. I'll show you, with the comb, the parting method, how you part for your smaller two strands. You just want to take your rat tail and part it. And we're going to use the same method. That's a little dry to me. Yeah, that's a little dry to me, so I'm going to mist it a little bit. And we're going to do leave in. That's the L. A little oil. Just a little bit. It's not a lot. A little oil. Then you want to top it off with some cream. And we're using the Shea Moisture's Curl Enhancing Smoothie. Just a little bit of that. Just a little bit. And you want to work that product in. And again, I'm going to see these are a lot smaller sections. You're not able to see that. Hold on. These are a lot smaller sections than the first one that I did. But again, it's still the same technique. After creating two more subsections, you want to go and start twisting. Depending on how wet your hair is, depends on how long you have to wait for it to dry. Everybody's hair is different, so everybody's drying or drier time will be different. But again, this is something that you would wear for a few days. You wouldn't necessarily be trying to take this out in a day or two. You would wear this for about maybe 3 or 4 days. And as you see, these are a lot smaller than my first video. But it's still the same. So when you get down to the end, if it's a little dry, just take a little cream, not oil, not any water, just a little cream, and go ahead on and finish twisting the ends of the hair to make sure that the product is distributed all the way through. See how small these twists are? These twists you would leave in for a few days, again using the comb. It's not really too dry, but I don't want to use water, so I'm going to use my leave-in. My oil. And I'm using a light coconut oil. And a little bit of cream. And you can, there's a brick, it's called a bricklay method, where you don't part it evenly, so that way when the hair falls, it's falling on top of another part, so it doesn't look spacey. Again, you want to just make that one subsection into two smaller subsections, and then one of those two subsections you part into two smaller subsections and begin twisting with the two strands. You want to make sure that both pieces of hair are roughly the same amount, so one section isn't bigger than the other, so that way they flow and merge into one beautiful twist. You want to work all the way down, continue twisting all the way at the ends of the hair, twirl a little bit at the end, and you want to keep it moving. And I'm moving pretty fast, just because that's just how my hands are used to twisting. With this next subsection, I'm gonna go a little slower for you guys, just for the ones who are not comfortable with two-strand twisting, so you guys can get the hang of it. And again, a little twist at the end. And with this, I'm gonna show you how I do it again with just my finger. I did these two subsections. Ooh, Lord, I'm sorry. These two subsections with the comb. I'm going to do this subsection with just my finger. And how I do it is I use my nail, either any nail you want, and I just create a line with my finger. It doesn't have to be perfect, because when it's just a natural style. It doesn't have to, the lines don't have to be super neat, but you do want them to be clean, so you don't want any hair coming from this side into this twist. So you want it to be clean, but it doesn't have to be perfect boxes. This is another section that's not pretty dry, so I'm not going to put any water on it. I'm going to just use my leave-in. I'm going to use a little bit of my oil and a little bit of my cream. Now, I'm going to break this one down for you guys. So what I do is I take it and I make it into two pieces, two strands, as such. And then I take one finger to create some type of tension there. With my other hand, I grab the other piece and I just twist. But when I twist, I keep my finger there as a little bit of pushback, so that the twist stays taut to the hair. And then if you need to, feel free to stretch it out so that it will work its way back up. And just keep going. And as you twist, you will find your fingers kind of twirling the hair, which is fine. That's how you're really just technically doing a rope twist, but when you're doing it with an adequate amount of tension to create a lot of definition in the natural hair strand, it will look like a rope. Oh, again, sorry. You want to make it a little, not too tight, but taut. You want some tension. And you just twist. See how, as I'm twisting, as I'm twisting the two strands, I'm also twirling them as I'm twisting, which is giving me a rope-like effect. See that? And these are the smaller twists that she would wear. And I have had instances where I would two strand my client's hair and then put them up into something like a updo or a halo braid or something, just so they could have two styles in one. But you would continue with the entire head with the same technique as doing the smaller twists. So this is the smaller two strand twists, and then these are the chunky two strand twists. This one is the dry two strand, and this one is the more defined wet two strand. So, and both of these, you really want to make sure that you have some type of curl pattern. If you are natural but you have a little heat damage, it can work. It just won't be as defined as the other sections. But these are the two different styles of two strand twists. I hope this helps you guys in some way of shape, form, or fashion. Again, with both of these, I use the lock method, which is a leave-in, a oil, and a cream, preferably something professional, or if not professional, at least one of the products I listed earlier, which are Cream of Nature, Shea Moisture, or Thank God I'm Natural. That's another line that I like. It's in the stores. But try to contact a licensed specialist. They may have products on hand, like Miss Monique Porter Sherrod at Salon Genesis. She does have her own products that will aid in your hair with black seed oil, um, a lot of moisturizing products. And, you don't always have to use in store. So do your research, Google it. Um, but again, these are the two different types of two strand twists. I will be doing a maintaining your blowout video next. Um, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to contact me via comment or messenger, or the salon page. If I'm not able to assist you or give you the answer you need, you're more than welcome to reach out at Salon Genesis. I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll be looking forward to you watching my next video. Have a great day.